Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2026. I'm running 2 shows every day. This is the pre-market brief, and we'll be back at the market open to break down live price action, momentum, and execution. Remember, I watch the market, give the breaking news, and find the levels so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. The S&P has officially crossed the $7,000 threshold. We are operating in a historic interconnected palace where the NASDAQ is hunting for its 12th consecutive green day, with the Philly Fed manufacturing coming in at 26.7, more than double the forecast, and TSM reporting a 58% profit explosion. The architecture of the bull run is unprecedented. Let's get into these blueprints. But before we do that, let's get into this mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable, I am skilled, I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into these earnings that we have. Started out with TSM. TSM had earnings. They beat on earnings by 5.7%, and they beat on revenue by 1.44%. They're actually down 1.3% in the pre-market, but I don't expect them to stay down. Next, we have Charles Schwab. They beat on earnings by 2.4%. Small miss on revenue by 0.28%. Currently barely down, less than 1% in the pre-market. Next, we have PepsiCo. They beat on earnings by 4.2%, beat on revenue by 2.6%, and they are barely higher than where they were after yesterday's close. And then after the close today, we got Netflix. All right, let's get into Robert Greene's daily law for April 16th, 2026. Do not commit to anyone. Daily law. Play the Virgin Queen. Give them hope, but never satisfaction. Do not commit to any side or cause but yourself. By maintaining your independence, you become the master of others. It is the fool who rushes to take sides and allows others to feel they possess them. For in doing so, you lose all power over them. By staying aloof and refusing to commit your affections to any single group, you force everyone to compete for your attention. Maintaining your independence allows you to play sides against each other, keeping you at the center of the palace as the master of the game. In long-term investing, committing to a side means becoming an emotional cheerleader for one stock, which blinds you to the broader palace. You must play the Virgin Queen with your portfolio. Give the $1 trillion tickers your capital, but never your absolute emotional devotion. When TSM beats by 58%, but the stock drops, the fans panic, while the independent investor stays aloof and watches the levels. Fulfilling your life's task means staying mobile. If you let a single ticker possess you, you lose power to pivot when the macro architecture shifts. Stay independent of the hype to remain the master of your wealth. Now, active traders fail the moment they marry a bias, whether it's the NASDAQ winning streak or the Iran blockade. To trade this $7,000 S&P environment, you must give the market hope of your participation, but never the satisfaction of a permanent commitment. Trump is currently playing the Virgin Queen in Islamabad, giving hope for a ceasefire without fully committing, which keeps the global markets pursuing his every move. As a trader, you gain power from being a swift-moving creature that refuses to be pinned down to one side of the VWAP. If you stay aloof, you can profit from frustrated desires of the trapped longs and shorts alike. The Fear and Greed Index is in greed currently, and we are at 58. Remember, this thing is moving fast, y'all. All right, let me get y'all these levels. Stay patient, stay disciplined, execution over emotion, process over prediction. All right, let's do it. SPY, currently in the pre-market at 788. To the downside, support, we got yesterday's all-time high of 728. The pre-market low 699.82, followed by 699.30 and 697.30. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 702.02. Outside of that, it's all price discovery. Let's see if we can find some with the AVGO above. Let's see. We got 701, 701.26. Wow, that gap is crazy. Okay, well that's actually lower than the pre-market high. Let's check the 4 hours to read some levels. Nope, it's not working. So I know it's not running that damn far that quick. So alright, we'll just leave it at the pre-market high as your one target. Alright, next we got QQQ currently in the pre-market at 638.40. The downside support, we got yesterday's all-time high of 637.83, followed by 637.45, which is the pre-market low. And then we got the top of this Smart Money Concepts resistance zone at 637. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 640, and then we got price discovery up there. The VIX is currently at 1821. NVDA currently in the pre-market at 197.65. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 196.79, followed by 196.50, 195.50, 194.40. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high, which is very close to the top of this Smart Money Concepts resistance zone at 200. And then above that, we got 240 cents. Then we got 201.70 and 202.50. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at 393.83. For the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 393.27, followed by a weekly level of 391.10. And then 386.21 and 383.10. To the upside resistance, we got a 1 hour level, which is very close to the price right now, 394.65, followed by the pre-market high of 398.33, and then 410. And then we got the beginning of the Smart Money Concepts resistance zone at 403.05. All right, Apple currently in the pre-market at 267.66. The downside support, we got 266.55, followed by the pre-market low at 265.80, and then 264.60, followed by 262.20. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high, 268.85, followed by 269.50, and then the top of the Smart Money Concepts resistance zone at 270.83. Next, we got Google, currently in the pre-market at 337.37. The downside support, we got 335.61, which is the pre-market low, followed by 334.40 and 333.30. To the upside resistance, we got the start of this Smart Money Concepts resistance zone plus the pre-market high at 337.95, followed by 340.20 and 342.50. Next, we got Microsoft, currently in the pre-market at 417.38. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 415.64, followed by, let me put a level right here. This should be followed by 414.40, and then the bottom of this Smart Money Concepts resistance zone 413.30, and then we got a weekly level here at 409. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 419.70, followed by the top of this resistance zone, Smart Money Concepts resistance zone at 423.67. So it's going to be hard for Microsoft to break out of this zone, but it's definitely possible with this type of momentum that we've been having in the market. All right, next we got Amazon, currently 248.20 in the pre-market. To the downside support, we got 247.40, followed by the pre-market low, 247.17, and then 245 and 244.40. To the upside resistance, very close to the current price, 248.50, which is the pre-market high, followed by 249.44, 250.20, and 252.15. TSM currently in the pre-market at 369. To the downside support, we got 367.45, 365.50, 360.40. To the upside resistance is very close to the price right now. We got 369.75, 370.50, 374.60. Meta currently in the pre-market is very close to our 1 hour level at 365.68. Excuse me, 675.68. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low 673.48, followed by a weekly level of 673.40, and then 669.40. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 677.53, followed by 678.50, and then that's all I got to the upside. And next we got AVGO currently in the pre-market at 392.26. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 390.54, followed by 389.40. And then to the upside, we got 394.20, followed by the pre-market high at 396.02. And then 397.08, and then 397.40. BRK.B currently in the pre-market at 475.10. To the downside, we got the pre-market low of 474.42, followed by 473.50. To the upside, we got the pre-market high of 476 and then 476.40. All right, thanks for tuning in. Set those alerts. We'll be back at the market open. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.